Everybody here, welcome to an American Truck Sim video. I'm FTG Full Tilt Gaming. Thanks for joining us today. We have got a very special one, so don't forget to hit that like and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more mod showcases like this. Aside from our live streams and other various sims, we do take time to separate some of those mods that are really good and notable that you guys say, hey, I would like to know a little bit more about this. So we're going to take that. Take a big old look here at the 4800 here from Western Star from Chaos Shadow Walker Modding. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, well, here we are going into the configurator. Now, let me go ahead and preface this video off and say this is really not a video of whether or not you agree or disagree with paid mods. I just want to make that very clear. This is not my mod, and this is not something that I have been given to do this video. I actually bought this multiple months ago whenever I first met Chaos Shadow Walker because I wanted to see what this truck was. And then see. So this was a free update for me when we got into the 134. So when we first had it, all you had was just the regular day cab, mid-roof, and sleeper. And then he added all of these cool options, which you see here. Multiple chassis. You got the crane on the back with multiple trailers. All that came as a free update. So I just wanted to make that clear to say, oh, well, he probably just got the trailer for free. It's easy for him to say, because that's a comment that comes up quite frequently. So I just wanted to preface the video and say, main reason I'm doing this to showcase a new truck, but also to let you guys know what are some options out there. If you are interested in buying, at least now you're going to know what you're going to get, and you're going to either go into the purchase feeling confident, or you're not going to make the purchase at all because it wasn't going to be what you wanted. And honestly, me and as well as the modder in this case would be okay with that, because that means you're not going to complain about it when you get it and wish that you'd gotten something else. So I just want to preface that, a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. So here, but enough of that. Let's go ahead and look at this mod. We've got day cabs, we've got low roof and high roof. Now you can see the low roof and the high roof do take away from that crane mod that we did have on there. So you can run this as a regular truck, single axle or a dual steer axle, doesn't matter. Each one has its own custom set of chassis that work with its own individual custom set. So if you want to have this as a dual steer heavy hauler, you certainly can. If you want to have the long axles, you certainly can. You want to put the little short stubby ones on there, you can, which is kind of weird. But in the sense, yeah, it's your truck to kind of do with whatever you want to do with. But while we're looking at it, I'm going to go back and I am going to add this and look at this again, because this is where I want to stay. Because this is the coolest part of the mod, because we don't really have anything, and there's nobody that's done anything kind of cool like this that's forward thinking and out of the box. A few people have kind of messed around with some stuff, but anyway. So this thing's got a bunch of different axles as a part of the day cab. It's probably the most customizable out of everything, which is fine. Day cabs are sometimes my most favorite. But anyway, you've got long axles from all of these crazy ones. You can just have these, which you've got the two steer axles, plus you got singles back here. I'm not going to go through all these, but let's just suffice it to say you've got tons and tons and tons of options, and as well as this 12x2 here. Now, 12x2 actually goes better with another part of this. So let me go ahead and engines are the same. You've got Cummins, you've got Caterpillar, Detroit Diesel, you've got PACCAR in there as well. All of the popular ones, you've got, of course, your 7, 13, 18s. You've got a couple of different interiors in here, although they're not really hugely special. Paint jobs come with nothing but colors. Now, I would love it if Chaos Shadow Walker would be willing to put this in. If you like the FTG skin and you want to run a heavy transport FTG skin, well, maybe we can get this added in there. I don't know. We'll talk to him and see if we can make that happen. At any rate, so here's the cool thing. This thing comes with a trailer for cranes. It's flatbed. It's really cool. And it also comes with a few other things that match these types of cargoes. Cement mixers. Yes, that's right. You can have a cement mixer. It does not animate, but it is a cement mixer. You've got the crane, as we saw. You've got the dump truck, which we've done and featured in one of our videos. So that's going to be, I think, a cool one for our American friends. And then you've also got a log trailer, which is going to be nice for Oregon. And also, if you're going to use this and go do Washington whenever it drops, this would be a really cool log trailer to have. So we've got both of those. And I do think it makes this certain weight and top heavy. I mean, I do feel like the truck has a different physical characteristic when this particular cargo type is on. And then we've got the tank, which is nothing more than your liquids transport in multiples and cargo types for your cargo market. Same way with the log, same way with the dump trailer and crane. We'll try to look through a couple of those, but really most of them are pretty self-explanatory, but I'll kind of show you what that cargo market, at least on the flatbeds, look like. You've got definitely a couple of different ways you can roll with that. So let's just leave the crane up there for now, since that's what we've actually built. Now, here's the coolest thing. I've also got to go through trailers, so I'm working through this as fast as I can. Each one of these trucks, I will say this truck in general, each one of the add-on parts, we're talking filters, talking grills, we're talking the Western Star emblem, bumpers, all of this, sun shield up here, the lower valance cover right here where the lights and stuff are, as well as your fuel tanks in the back. All of these have have multiple versions of the same thing, and they're not necessarily, they do have different filters. There's mainly 3 main styles of filters, but there's like 20 different color combinations of how those filters can be. So depending on what kind of look you're going through, if you want to chrome it completely out, you can certainly do that. If you want to have it matte black like this one up here, this is one of the default materials that comes as a part of the truck, with this kind of matte black, kind of plasticky looking. So if you want to have some stuff in that, you want to do a flat black paint job, then you can maybe do something similar to that if you know how to mess with those types of things and take the gloss out of the truck. But anyway, all of these grills, all of these stuff, of course you got the mud flaps, and you could change those up and invert them if you wanted to, whatever your deal is. But here's what I'm talking about. So the bumper, so every 4 you would have a different bumper. So you've got ones here. Now the paint job on this one didn't actually transfer over that well, but you've got like this, you've got the same one in about 3 different styles: chrome, painted, and then black. And then it starts over with the new bumper, and then you'll have painted, chrome, and black. And that is a reoccurring theme. So each one you'll have a new one, and then 3 down you'll have a new bumper. There's a painted one, there's a painted one. You see where I'm going with this. Each individual thing is exactly the same way. It's all laid out the exact same way. So we've got this big chrome heavier one down here, and it just goes on like that with everything. Headlights are the same ways between the bezels, painted, black, or chrome. Same way with the grills, same way with this emblem up here, this little emblem plate. So you literally can change all of this stuff. Now on the filter side, there is a little bit of a difference here, because you do have the snorkels that you would normally see over in Australia. You're not going to see any of these unless you're just looking at a restored Western Star over here in the States. You're never going to find these as a part of a regular truck. I've never seen snorkels on a truck here in the States. But if that is your thing and you like the snorkels and you want to keep that style in there, you certainly can. And you see where I'm going with this, the same thing where you can do chrome, and then you can have, it'll have chrome bands on the snorkel, and then it will put the black under here. And then as you keep going down, you'll still have the same style. And it will start changing things over, and you can have different looks on this. So I've just got a simple chrome accent on the red painted, same way with sun shields. Now the exhaust up here with the exhaust on this truck is actually, there is a ton of exhaust on here. Let's see, let me figure out where they're at. There they are. So the doubles, they've got tons of these doubles. They've got, ones that are black, then they'll actually do painted stacks as well. And then they've got smaller ones, depending on what kind of a truck you're going for. They've got really small ones, and then they've got the single ones. So typically stuff like dump trucks, cement mixers, they don't have your standard dual stacks. Most of them are single stacks off the right or left side, and this one, is no different. So you can run some of these bigger ones here off to the side. And when you've got a dump truck on there, it actually looks pretty cool. So anyway, we've elected to stay up here with the doubles. And like I said, these things are chrome, or you can do the flat black. And this one actually has more of a glossy flavor to it. or you can do, these are 90 turn. You see where I'm going with this. So the other cool thing about this that I do like about this that I've never really seen anyone do is that you can add the exhaust covers can also be changed. So if you've got a particular style of truck that you're going for, and you want it to look a certain way, you've got different options of how things can be either painted, chromed out, or they can be that kind of material black look, which is what we originally had on the truck. So, you know, however you roll that, it's fine. It'll still, you know, look how you want to. Valance covers on the bottom are the same. Tanks on the side, the same. A plethora of wheels that will work with this truck. So everything from the default stuff to Smarties, wheel packs, to anything out of the RTA trucks, which actually we're running Michelin pilots off of an RTA truck just because they're such beefy tires. But this truck does come with its own wheels and tires if you want to use those. But I just thought this one looks so good, man. All the hosing and all of the stuff here on this crane just looks really superb. So the other thing that I wanted to point out is your lights up here on the top plus all of your mirrors. Now, if you want to throw side mirrors on this thing, you most certainly can. If you want to throw your doubles up here, you can have these any way you want them. So if you want these... if you want to have chrome accents on any parts of this, or if you want to do reds on these, blacks on those, whatever, you really do have some options as to whether or not if you want to keep them all chromed out, or if you want to do a matte black like this. You know, you could very easily almost get a matte black truck just by putting all these different functions as a part of all of your add-ons. There's a red with chrome. So you see where this is going. There's just a lot of different color combinations that you can use depending on whether or not you want to chrome something out or whether or not you're just going to leave it as is and just kind of have it, you know, well, like I've got. So it doesn't matter. That's kind of the beauty of it. That's your choice. So that is the truck in a nutshell. Inside of the interior on this truck, it's pretty simple. It does and is compatible with SISLs, and I don't know if that's, I don't even know if you're supposed to say Sissel, but the Mega Pack. We'll just call it the Mega Pack. All of the interiors with the dash, any of this stuff is all compatible with his thing. So if you want to put any of this stuff in your truck, it is compatible with that. As for the interiors, though, there's really only a couple, and that's wood grain with the black interior, and then wood grain with that interior pinkish cream, which is like the Western Star iconic color combo. I don't really know why, because it's a god-awful color. But at any rate, it's classic, and it's got the wood grain with this. Now, I will say this. Everything here is really well modeled. Has really nice, lit textures when you're at night. All this stuff lights up like it should, like it would on a real truck. Steering wheel is the only one. You can't change that. But you do get a nice info bar here, so it leaves you nice room up here to put GPS if you want to. And all of this stuff is very nicely animated. The turn signals. I mean, it's just like it would be on most of the other trucks. Those are just kind of things that you come to expect in trucks and ATS now. So let's go ahead and let's exit out of this. I want to go ahead and get us back over to before we get outside of the truck here. I want to get over to the trailers because we have this is going to be a a two and done showcase because. For $30, you're not just getting the truck with all these extras. You're also getting a complete owned trailer set that goes with this and matches. And that's worth money in itself. There are people out there charging $40, $45, $50 for one truck that has absolutely no customization to it. And this one, you still pay $30 and you still get a whole set of trailers with it. So it's actually worth, I think it's worth more than what he's selling it for. But hey, that's me versus him. So here's all you've got. So you've got 5 different ownable trailers that match your cargo type. So if that's how you want to roll the truck, you can do logs if you want to do logs. You can do tanks if you want to do tanks. You get the idea. We've got, actually right now, we've got the flatbed on. So I'll show you at least what it will look like. We've already got one hooked up to it, so I'm not going to go even further down the rabbit hole with it. But it is really cool because it hooks up where it's supposed to. You don't have them like trying to go underneath the truck and it's all sketchy on the, where it's hooking up on the kingpin. Like, it's really nice. All the stuff in here is animated. It's got hoses on everything. You can see all of this modeling in here. I mean, it's really good. And that's the thing, man. Sometimes this stuff is really sketchy or it's just not there. It's complete. But you've got chains that are hooked on up here to the front. And normally, I guess, would hook on to the side here somewhere. But then you've got all the hairline hook up here. Then it goes through your channel bar, comes up out of the trailer, and then hooks into here into the dolly. So I was like, it's just really cool how this is put together. Coolest thing about this, and the reason why I wanted to set these apart, is if you want to, you can actually do doubles with this. Now, some of these, you know, it makes it look like it. Now, these are little flatbeds. The dump truck is a little bit more, it's a little bit more, you know, you can tell because you got 3 dump trucks on there. This one's a little different because it does look like you only have 2 flatbeds and you don't really count your crane one, you know, part of it. But anyway, and you can do 10 axles and you can also do 8 axles, whichever you want to run. If you want to run that many wheels, then be my guest. Colors. There's nothing on flatbeds that change, but the colors do change with the cement mixers. Dump trucks, I don't think change. They all stay black. Flatbeds stay black. The loggers stay black. But the only one that changes is the cement mixer. So whatever you paint the cement mixer on your truck, you can match that same color on the cement mixers on the second and third trailers. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make this back into a single. And then the only customization on all of these is your wheels and tires. So after you've done that, you've got them. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's get outside of the truck here. We'll exit out of this, give you guys a sneak peek and let you look here at the outside of it. And let's tell you what, let's just do this. There we go. All right, let's move that out of the way. So there you go. So there's the truck. Now, I do not have any kind of graphics stuff on here. Now, we are in Mexico, which has got some different skyboxes. So if you're looking at it going, well, hey, well, why does yours look different than mine? That's probably why. But absolute fantastic truck. It looks like we're, it looks like it's starting to set us down into some weird weather. But anyway, you can see what we got here. Flatbeds. Now, we've actually got a load on here, which is marble. You can take marble and construction stuff and lumber on the flatbeds. Cement, obviously, you can take cement. Liquids is liquid transport, which you can assume the loads that are going to be on those. But just so you know, let's go ahead and look. And I don't know if it'll let me look in cargo, but I think it will. Yeah, it will. All right, so we're down here in Mexico. But you can see you've got what he calls constructions. I'm not sure what are in these barrels. We'll just assume there's something safe and non-toxic. But he does have marble, which is 88,000, which is actually a pretty hefty size on the back of this trailer. And you just think if you double that up, you will be at essentially 160,000 pounds. It does carry the weight over ×2 if you do doubles. And wood's the same way. The wood trailer looks absolutely fantastic on here. I love it. So being able to have that, have the log plus do your double or triple flatbeds with wood would be a really cool option. So there you go. So lots of different things you can do with this truck. I mean, I'm very surprised sometimes whenever those guys do really good stuff. I mean, I shouldn't be, but sometimes I am. So I think it was a fantastic job he did on this one. We've got the Alcoa, I think we got the Alcoa with the Bridgestones on the trailer, and then we've got Michelin Pie. And see, even the loads and stuff look good. Big old huge slab of marble that hasn't been cut yet. So it looks good. Looks good on this. Tag axles work just like they're supposed to. There they come. You got that. You got the steer axles in there. Now they both steer just like they're supposed to. You see those there. So it's nice. So this truck's actually got a very nice turn radius, obviously, of course. And this is one of those things I was telling you about. Like Western Star, we decided to do the red line with the black line and on the chrome badge. But you can actually make that badge there. You can make that look like anything you want to. You can have it be black with chrome around the W. I mean, that's what I mean. Like even some of the small details. Some people will say, "Well, that's stupid. You don't really want to have to mess with that stuff anyway." But there'll be people out there that will like that. So there's a little something out there for everybody. And as you can see, the lights. This thing sounds absolutely fantastic. And it's got a killer horn. But someone's going to buy it just because the horn's awesome. So anyway, there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that 4800. We had a lot to talk about today. Trailers plus the truck and everything else. So anyway, that's as much as I possibly could jam pack into this mod here, this mod showcase. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the talk through in such fashion. If you did, let me know if that's something you want me to continue to do with these trucks, or if you want to see them in a different light. Just give me, leave a comment. Let me know. Hey, I'd love it if you did this with the next mod, or if you did this with that. We've already been driving this around, so here's what I'm going to do. Since we've already driven the dump trucks, we've driven the loggers, I'm going to go ahead and put those 2 videos in 2 live streams. So if you want to kind of thumb through those videos, feel free to. You'll see some of the different loads we picked up. You'll also see some of the different color combinations. We did a black dump truck. We did doubles. We did triples on those. We did the same thing. We did single log trucks on that same episode. And then the next one, we did a day cab with the Rackley 9-axle model, which was real popular back in 132, but we got an updated version. We had a buddy of ours hooked us up. So anyway, I'm going to put both of those videos. If you guys want to go check that, please go check it out. If you have not been around the live streams, or you saw in this, we just opened up merch. So go down, buy a sticker. We got stickers, we got sweatshirts, we got t-shirts, we got all kinds of stuff. We've got posters. If you're a big fan of Build and Drives, we've got Build and Drive stuff in there, Build and Drive shirts, we've got Build and Drive posters, we've got stickers, t-shirts, sweatshirts, we've got even a fleece blanket. So we literally got everything in there. So if any of that stuff, you're a big fan of FTG in the channel here, I appreciate all of the love and support, guys. Go buy you something. Go buy you something small. We're not planning on going anywhere, so I guarantee you your sweatshirt's still going to be worth the same today as it will be in 6 months, which is absolutely nothing. But hey, we'll like to think it's worth a lot. So I had to throw that little jab at myself. But anyway, guys, appreciate it as always, and I'll see you here in the next video, guys. We'll see you.